The first segment of the Hot 7 Nightly News is brought to you by Flow.
In the headlines, St. Lucia seeks to intensify its management of COVID-19 as the fourth COVID-19 wave rages on. Members of the public continue to violate COVID-19 measures instituted to curb the spread of the virus. And an impressive showing by the St. Lucia Kings at the Caribbean Premier League.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
Good night. It's Monday, the 6th of September, 2021. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. I am Marlon Clovis. Thank you for joining us. An intensive review of the St. Lucia's national response to the latest COVID-19 wave is scheduled to further improve the management of this fourth wave. That's according to the island's Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Sharon Belmar-George. Dr. Belmar-George is pleading with the public to work with the Ministry of Health as it seeks to slow the spread of COVID-19 on the island, which has seen 3,621 cases from July 25th.
St. Lucia continues to see a rise in COVID-19 cases as the fourth COVID-19 wave continues to spread across communities. From July 25th, there have been 3,621 cases at an average of 86 cases per day. During this period, the ministry also notes 24 COVID-19 deaths at a case fatality rate of 0.7% with an average age of 66 years. The daily infection rate for the past week was 82.0 per 100,000 per day and an average of 148.7 cases per day. For the Chief Medical Officer, this trend is worrying, and Dr. Sharon Belmar-George is admonishing members of the public to take responsibility for their actions to slow the spread of the virus.
In relation to this new wave, from July 25th, 2021, 3,621 persons were positive, 52% in the age group 25 to 49 years. 58% of the cases are female. The majority of the cases are from Castries, Gros Islet, Barbano, and Dennery districts. Based on contact tracing data, the majority of the cases diagnosed are related to social activities. At this stage of the outbreak, we also note increasing cases at workplaces and spread between families. We have not yet peaked, and we continue to note increases from the past week and increases in deaths. To date, from the positive cases diagnosed in country, less than 2% have been fully vaccinated.
With the high level of community spread noted in country at this point, the Ministry of Health is asking the public to remain vigilant by adhering to the protocols that are put in place to keep us safe.
We continue to ask the public to work with us and exhibit responsible behavior to manage this fourth wave. The enforcement agency continues to report numerous breaches of social activities, even during the periods of full lockdown. Let us all take personal responsibility to keep ourselves and our families safe. At present, we continue to have available the Pfizer and the AstraZeneca vaccine, free of charge in country at the various wellness centers. Vaccination remains the most effective public health measure in managing infectious diseases. These vaccines have been proven to be safe and effective in protecting persons from developing COVID-19, its severe forms, complications, hospitalizations, and death.
The ministry urges the public to access the various sites to get immunized at the soonest, as well as to encourage family and friends to get immunized so we can to protect the entire population. Reporting for the Hot 7 News, I am Novita Emmanuel.
Neighboring islands are also experiencing surges in COVID-19 cases as well as new deaths. Grenada recorded 7 deaths in just 24 hours, taking its death toll from 5 to 12. The country's Minister of Health broke the news to the nation on Monday.
Last 24 hours, we've had 4 deaths, 4 additional deaths in the last 24 hours.
4 deaths in the last 24 hours?
Yes, 4 additional deaths in the last 24 hours. This disease is doing exactly what it has done everywhere else. It is science-based. Deaths are doubling exponentially. Positive cases are doubling exponentially. And this is identified now most significantly here as a pandemic of the unvaccinated as well.
The deceased, all of whom had comorbidities, ranged in age from 26 to 85 years. The Ministry of Health confirmed that 5 of the deaths were among patients admitted to Grenada's General Hospital, with 1 death at the Princess Alice Hospital and a 7th death at home. Whilst many St. Lucians had no objections with the Sunday 5th September being a whole day curfew, many took to social media to discuss and vent their frustrations following the government's protocols in an effort to reduce the spike in COVID-19 cases and death experienced on the island over the last few weeks. We took to the streets on Monday to find out whether you are adversely affected in one way or the other, and this is what you had to say.
It's very nice. It's good to close because too much sickness, so it's good to close.
To be honest, the Sunday curfew is not bad, not bad, because they should have more curfews on a Sunday. Yeah, like let everybody stay at their home, stop going and party and do those kind of things until that virus cool out. They should have more curfews on a Sunday.
Well, I must say with the lockdown on a Sunday, we all have opinions. Some people may like it, some people may not. But it's good, it's not a whole week we get in a curfew lockdown. So it's just on Sundays, and we should remember to keep it the different precautionary measures by wearing your mask 6 feet distance apart approximately and sanitizing your hand. So with the Sunday lockdown, I don't think it's a bad thing. Let's not make it an issue.
But I cannot really say it's working yet because I'm not sure if it's working. It might work, it might not work. Like closing of bars, to me closing of bars is not the solution. Because the science proved that alcohol killed that thing. Now people who drink alcohol and smoke cigarettes, they're not easily getting that. So closing of the bars not making much sense.
I am asking you all, please let us follow the socials. Let us take our vaccine and let us follow the protocols and stuff. Because we all know that we all want to have our freedom and stuff. But people, yes, we need to do it for our loved ones so that we can open our country back and stuff. But truly, the Sunday, it was like Dome. But I'm saying to the people of St. Lucia, if we have to do it like this.
My views, I don't go to church, so I don't even care about Sundays being a lockdown. So it's better for our health, for us to be safe. So it's not a bad thing. That's all I'm concerned about, us being safe. The curfew is a good thing. 20-hour lockdown, I agree with it. On a Sundays, because all we do on Sunday is drink rum and go on party.
You're watching the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Still to come, COVID-19 breaches continue to be recorded even amid stricter protocols, and an impressive showing by the St. Lucia Kings.
The first segment of the Hot 7 Nightly News was brought to you by Flow.